Oh hey, how are you guys feeling about a second video this week? Because here's the thing. I rented this workshop to hoard awesome thrifted things and to build a place to not only keep my stuff but to have fun in, as well as do work out of. And things have sort of been falling behind. And one of the things I really need to get to work on is putting my artwork in frames. So I had a friend this week at the Catholic church he works at go through and clean out a bunch of stuff. They were gonna donate a bunch of these religious paintings, and I said, no, let me have them and do something way worse. Let me deface them by replacing said artwork with artwork that I've thrifted over several years now. So hit subscribe button, turn some notifications on, because there's a lot to do in this shop to make it the cool, wacky, Willy Wonka type factor that I want it to be. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, you're gonna want those notifications on. So stick around. Let me just start by sort of proving my point. This back here is just 100 industrial shelves full of stuff that I've just thrifted over the years. A lot of it came back from Arizona with me. Heck, that's my eBay cart over there with all my listed things. And you know, you go over into this part of my shop and it's just more and more stuff. Now, a lot of that's practically organized for use. But you might also see over here on this wall, I've got some artwork, okay? And it's not a lot right now, and I've just always wanted to cover more and more of my wall with artwork. And I want every inch of the wall covered with something goofy, because we buy so much goofy stuff at the thrift, so that's sort of today's plan. I don't know how it's gonna go. There's a lot of choices I haven't made, like, when I find a piece of artwork to fit this, are we leaving the frame gold? Or are we gonna paint it neon green? I don't know. We've got a lot of choices to make. Before we do dive into it, let me show you what we've got so far. These are actually Comic-Con prints my brother left behind when he moved out to Arizona with me. Behind old Mario there. The Rick, I got that off of his Whatnot. Pretty proud to have that hanging in the shop, though it does need a better place. Nothing's really permanent right now. Some framed comic books, also my brother's. I bought this at a comic convention myself, huge fan of the Doctor Who. And then weird stuff like this, and then also inside of my studio here, I've got some more that I eventually want to put on these walls. And then of course, music related posters. One of my favorites, old Harrison there. Some of this is stuff you guys have sent me over the years, and of course there was an episode way back where we brought that home from the thrift and it was so weird. Bought that at an antique mall. There's a matching Yu-Gi-Oh one over by the toy shelves. I want every inch of white space covered with weirdness like that. So what we have is a stack of posters over here, and some of this is artwork I've gotten from the thrift, some of this is stuff you guys have sent, and it needs to be hung up. It needs to be looked at. So we're gonna sort of get to that today. So let me get my hands on this stuff. Okay, let's figure this out. Any of you Catholics watching, if you know what any of this stuff is, tell me. I'm assuming this is John Paul or who, yeah, probably the guy before. Benedict, old Jesus, more popes. I have no idea what cathedral that is. And is that the same cathedral or a different one? That's a different one. But we're gonna get this stuff out of the frames. Man, some of it's nice and paperback. But that's all right, we're gonna ruin it. You know what sort of sucks too? If I were still in the antique mall business, these frames themselves would be pretty good sales. They're all sort of that ready to be shabby chic kind of decor that people like these days. But that's all right, we're gonna ruin them, because that's what we're here for. We can't have anything nice. Okay, first up, an Inuyasha character. It looks like, I really thought that was gonna fit. This is the hard part. And this is why we need a million frames, because, oh, it's so close to perfect. We might make that right, I don't know. Let me try some of the Grand Theft Auto posters. I was gonna say I'm feeling good about this one, but also long and skinny. All right, let's do that. Does everyone feel all right about that? Now the question is, do we paint the frame? Oh boy, do I want to. I just want to do something weird. I think that's the strap. Red frame sort of matches his red. Any Inuyasha fans in the house? Assuming that is Inuyasha's brother. I think I said that on a previous video and someone confirmed. I'm not 100% sure though, so feel free to correct me. Also, I've never done this before. Should I take those off? Let's take those off. Assuming an X-Acto knife. Oh, okay. I'm learning as we go. I have no idea how this is attached. It's stapled in, okay. Your boy's about to just tape it back. I ain't doing all this. Though I do have a staple gun. Oh yes. Things might take a turn for the weirder here because I don't think I'm even going to lose that. I think I'm just gonna give it a little wham bam. But we have to paint the frame. Sacrilege! I'm not gonna paint it too heavy. If a little bit of the antiqueness shines through, then, well, that's all right. Y'all ready for something real unnecessary? Just so the edges disappear. No one will ever know the difference. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Hopefully we got it right because I've already taped it down. Oh yes. Oh yes. How's it look? Okay, I do fear this next one's gonna be a little bit sacrilege to some of you in a completely different way. I'm pretty sure this episode's gonna go up before you see the episode where I found these, but you know, subscribe and notifications, and when the video comes up where I find these magazines, you can watch it. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh magazine, which I do collect, and if this were in more perfect condition like this Beckett book with the lenticular, I would probably just keep it the way it is. But since it's in such rough shape, oh, this magazine has a poster in it, and I think it's gonna fit this frame perfectly. Watch. Are you ready for this? Ah. Okay, it is not perfect, but it's really close. And I think close enough. Let me check one more frame. This one doesn't have glass, so I'm not loving it. I think it's smaller. It's about the same, really. Imagine it though, folks. Pokemon poster. Paint this bright yellow. I think we're gonna do it. Who's gonna be mad at me for ripping the magazine apart? I don't care. what's artwork for if it's not to be looked at? Now, how do you do this? Okay, it's done. Get over it. I hope I have some bright yellow spray paint, because that's what's happening. Honestly, this just makes me think more about my antique malls back in Arizona. If I was hanging up these prints in these painted frames and doing a real good job and stuff, the money I could sell these for would be a little bit, I was gonna say sinful, but given everything else happening right now, maybe not the right choice of words, but yes, okay. I'm sort of going for the same look here, antique-wise. So I am gonna paint this yellow, but I'm not gonna sand it. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna hit it light and let it sort of look old. As you can imagine, we use a lot of yellow spray paint around the shop, so I'm out of it. But I do have some brush on paint, so we're gonna do a couple coats, so that's gonna take a minute. I hate waiting for paint to dry. Here we go. I hate wasting this much gaff tape. Should probably just use duct tape. This is better. Here we go, are you ready? Oh, baby! Woo! I'm so excited about that. I think I like that better. Okay, we're gonna change Jesus Christ out for our Lord and Savior, Yugi Christ. I've got some pretty good plans for this. I really like all this artwork in here. We could turn this into multiple, really. And I know it sort of sucks cutting this up, but I have like 3 copies of it. I'm really not gonna feel bad for it. If you wanna feel bad for it, feel free to comment below. But Yugi's going right there. If I can get it out without ripping it. Oh, this is where it'll suck. This is where it'll be a waste. Come on, staple. All right, we're good. This is gonna be so good. I've got a really cool plan for this one. Oh wow. All right. My art teacher in high school actually taught me how to properly cut these mats. It'd be nice if I had the tools to do it, because I would totally do that and cut a new one, because I have the appropriate color poster board over there. Oh, I could still do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it the right way. There's a special set of tools for mat board cutting for artwork and stuff. And I did it in high school, but let's do it the old way. This blade's dueling already because this poster board's really thick. Let's go. I think we're going red on the frame again, just because Yugi, red, blue, yellow. But I don't know what to do with the frame. Oh, that's gonna look so good. You gotta get ready for this one. This one's gonna be so good. It's going in. Like a glove. I'm telling you. Like, it's like 10 minutes worth of work too. Oh, yes. All right. Now, if we can just go thrifting enough in the coming months to do that about 50, 60 more times, we'll start to fill this place out. I still have one more frame that nothing really fits without cutting in a way that I'm not comfortable with. But all this white space here needs to be covered up. And I'd say a lot more of the window space can be as well. Not a lot of room for artwork on the tool wall, but definitely more for over there. If you have any more clever ideas of how to create artwork, be sure to comment them below. I'm always interested in ideas. I always think about making collages out of leftover magazine stuff. But I don't know that that looks as good, at least for what I'm going for in here. But other than that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn those notifications on. And maybe one more thing before you get out of here, comment below which one of these paintings that I made was your favorite. Is it Inuyasha? Is it Yugi? Is it Pokemon? I'm gonna go with Yugi just because the two-toned. In the future, I'm gonna be sure to work a little harder to maybe keep the matte space just to get contrast in color. Because I think the reason Yugi looks so good is that red and blue. It makes the artwork pop, so we'll be keeping that in mind. Other than that, until next time, guys, peace out. Oh, a few days from now, there'll be a normal thrifting video, so make sure you come back to that.